Hi, my name is TK and I am a friend along the way. Thank you very much to my channel, be welcome, and this is going to be the first episode of my new series, INFP Talks, where myself, being an INFP, get to talk about life and topics that interest me. I would like to share them with you, to hear what you think, to maybe gather around some fellow INFPs and discuss the way in which we think about these issues. And the topic of today would be the next moment, the following moment. What do I mean by this? I mean that at every time we are becoming our present self because of the previous moments in which we have lived and the present moment, but also we are constantly shaped by the envisioning of the future moment. And if that is something to go by, it means that life is not just one long story to tell, but more like each individual frame of a film. It's more about moments in which maybe the sunlight hits a certain way and the shadows are reflected in a specific manner. Maybe it's a moment in which the wind was very strong and it felt different, right? It's the moment in which you are talking with someone somewhere and it's so silent that you can feel how just by being so silent around, maybe you're both in nature, you're just so able to go deeper into the moment and it feels like a paradise and you would like to recreate that moment for the rest of your life, right? I'm just I don't know, I'm just talking, INFP talking here. And the reason why I wanted to do this particular talk is because I think in each moment we are prone to falling into despair or hope, right? If we have come from a background of gloomy moments, then our present selves are not going to be as hopeful or expectant for the future. But we're going to feel more defensive, vulnerable. We're not going to want to move forward to the next moment because we know we are most likely to get hurt because that's what we have known. Or on the other hand, on a more positive note, we have been so blessed in life that we are eager to get to the next moment. And this is actually most common for more INFPs, if not all, of course, because that's what describes us, right? Being the ones who start a million things but can't seem to finish any. So when you are truly hopeful, when you are so in love with life, to the extent that you can't wait for the next moment, you start doing something, you get the hold of it, you get the hang of it a little bit, and then you just leave it for something else that now seems more interesting. And turns out that it is, right? But at the next moment, that first thing that we were going about has become even more interesting than the first time. So we go back. So there's actually no going forward or going backwards, but more of a going about life. So the next moment is infinite potential. It's not A plus B equals C, and we are in A, we have to go through B to get to C. It's not so much like that, but it's much more about a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, right? So you're in one shape at a moment in your life, just crawling around without being able to move about much. Suddenly you just stay hidden from yourself and others. For a while you go in, and then you emerge as a radiant, iridescent, light, beautiful, airy butterfly, and it's so beautiful. So you don't take the straight route, but the feeling route. So the next moment is more magical. It's more hopeful because, as we all know, we live in a place where we are our biological being is dictated by the cycles of the sun and the night, right? So we have sunlight during the day, that's what makes it the day, and when it goes under the horizon, then it becomes the night, and the sun goes around the earth to emerge from the other side, making a whole new day. And we can make so many metaphors about the cycle of day and night, and trust me, in its own time I will do them. But right now, I just want to denote that, like the cycle of day and light, because we are naturally attuned to feeling life more as a cycle than as a straight path. And what we know that whatever goes around comes around. When the dark moments come about for us, I mean, I am not trying to lessen the impact of a bad time. I'm just trying to say that even though we most likely will delve deep into whatever negative things happening, we are going to eventually, if we survive that period, which most likely we will, hurt and maybe affected physically and mentally by that, but nevertheless, we are always certain to emerge from the other side because we have a little seed of hope inside us all. And that's what gets us going through life, right? Those little pieces of nourishment that people give us to sustain ourselves one more moment, right? So we get to live by the moment, for the next moment. And then we know the night cycle goes away to give way to a new light cycle. And it's not only day now, but it's summer. So the days are longer and everything is better, right? There's rain, there's so much abundance, and it's so beautiful. And as such, the cycle will repeat itself and go back to the winter time, in which days are shorter, nights are longer, it's colder, it's darker, and your energy levels drop. Nothing grows. I mean, it sounds awful. And we all will go through those cycles in life. So when you get to live now, because we all live now in the present moment, but are aware enough to envision the next moment, we can prepare for it. We can get ready for a bad time, for a great time, for a meh time, right? And so the following moment can be so many things. But for me, the next moment is hope. Hope that I will do better. Hope that I will heal. Hope that I will be able to change. Hope that I will be able to get something that I don't have right now. That I will be someone that I need and are striving to become. The next moment can be the moment in which I'm going to lose someone or something very dear to me. And still, it can be the best moment. It can take me to the opposite spectrum of where I would like to be, but that just makes me appreciate more. And at the end of the day, we are all alive. And when I think that I am alive, I want to experience everything life has to offer, because I'm going to die, it's going to end, and it's going to be a life well lived, and I'm going to be aware of that. So if you're aware of what the next moment could bring, if you're aware of what you do and what other people do, and you feel into the ambiance, you get to glimpse the next moment and you react accordingly. You can prepare yourself. You can be present finally in the moment. So yeah, I know this is more of a tongue twister than a video that makes sense, but still, it's so happy. It's so happy. It's so exciting for me to finally be here on YouTube making my first videos, and I hope you will find them entertaining and maybe instructional, right? Hopefully you can build on my words and find something that you need. And anyway, if you're still here, thank you very much for listening and being able to give me your attention and time. That means everything, and it truly does. Thank you very much. My name is TK. If you like what you hear, make sure to check around the channel. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.